Was it rock and roll or pure chaos? In the 1970s, Alice Cooper didn't just play shows, he staged full-blown nightmares. Guillotines, fake blood, boa constrictors, and real-life riots. You better believe it. What made his concerts feel like horror movies? How did this band of misfits turn theater into fear and fun? Strap in. These are the 10 Alice Cooper stage moments that shocked everyone in the 70s. Number 1, the guillotine execution, 1973.
I hope I didn't scare you. I guess the way we are when we come down.
Picture this, the lights go red, the crowd holds its breath, and Alice Cooper is dragged to a guillotine, kicking and screaming. In a flash, the blade drops, and his head rolls into a basket. This wasn't some campy magic trick. In 1973, during the $1 Billion Babies tour, Alice performed a fake onstage execution with terrifying realism. So realistic, in fact, that rumors flew. Was it really just a show? The spectacle shocked fans and local authorities. One UK show almost got shut down by city officials who feared it was too disturbing for the public good. Alice later revealed the trick was inspired by old horror films and Grand Guignol theater. But the twist, the blade was real, just dulled and guided by wires. One misstep and he could have lost more than just the crowd's applause. Number 2, the snake incident, 1971. You're in the crowd. It's hot, loud, sweaty. Then Alice walks out with a boa constrictor wrapped around his neck. That's exactly what happened during the Love It to Death tour, when Alice introduced Julius Squeezer, his pet snake. But during one chaotic show, the snake coiled a little too tight. Alice kept singing through the panic, not missing a beat, but backstage, he nearly passed out. What fans didn't know is the snake was not trained, nor was there a handler nearby. Alice treated it like a prop, but the reptile had instincts of its own, and in one Detroit gig, it almost crushed him mid-performance. Did that stop him? Nope. It became part of the act. From then on, Alice was the rock star with a live serpent, terrifying parents and animal rights groups alike. Number 3, Featherstorm Riot, 1972.
And we did our normal set. Well, at the end of our show, we always used to take a pillow, and we'd open it up, and we had CO2 cartridges.
At Madison Square Garden, mid-song, Alice launched into Public Animal number 9, and a pillow exploded. Feathers shot across the stage like snow. Then more exploded. Within seconds, it was a full-on blizzard of feathers. The crowd lost their minds. People jumped barriers, stormed the stage, and even security couldn't tell where Alice was in the chaos. That moment, now known as the Featherstorm Riot, became infamous. What fans didn't realize, the feathers were accidental. A stage prop misfired, tearing through the entire pillow rig and unleashing way more than planned. Afterward, the venue nearly banned Cooper from returning. He was literally too messy for Madison Square Garden. But Alice, he just laughed and said, "Well, it looked cool, didn't it?" Number 4, Chicken Slaughter Myth, 1969. Okay, this one technically started in '69, but its impact exploded in the '70s. Alice was at the Toronto Rock and Roll Revival when he tossed a live chicken into the crowd. Thinking it would fly, the poor bird instead plummeted, and the crowd, they tore it apart. News spread like wildfire. The story twisted until people believed Alice killed the chicken on stage. Even Frank Zappa called to ask if it was true. And when Alice said no, Zappa told him, well, don't tell anyone. It's great for the image. Alice leaned into the myth. Fans brought chickens to future shows. Some venues demanded no livestock. It became a legend. Half horror, half PR genius. Number 5, The Nurse Stabbing, 1975.
Hey, I see Rosetta day by day. She turns my head, makes me cough.
During the Welcome to My Nightmare tour, a disturbing new scene unfolded. Alice, strapped in a straitjacket, breaks free and stabs a nurse on stage. Blood gushes. The nurse collapses. The crowd erupts. What made it shocking wasn't the violence, it was the drama. The nurse was played by his real-life dance choreographer, and the stabbing was choreographed down to the last twitch. Inspired by Hitchcock and Vincent Price, this became one of Alice's most iconic and controversial live acts. The kicker, the nurse always came back to life later in the set, dancing through Only Women Bleed. Even at his creepiest, Alice knew how to blend horror with heartbreak. Number 6, The $1 Million Bill Shower, 1973. During the $1 Billion Babies tour, Alice walked out with a massive toothbrush, a live snake, and then rained down fake $1 million bills from the ceiling. Fans scrambled to grab them, thinking they might be real. The bills had Alice's face on them and quickly became collector's items. Some people even tried to deposit them at banks. Behind the scenes, the bills were expensive to print and dangerous to drop. Once, a wind tunnel caused the confetti cannon to misfire and blind a bandmate mid-show, but it didn't matter. The image of Alice Cooper showering an arena in fake money while dressed like a zombie CEO, that was rock theater at its absolute peak. Number 7, The Decapitated Baby Dolls, 1971.
Little Betty ate a pound.
During early performances of Dead Babies, Alice would appear on stage surrounded by baby dolls, limbs torn off, heads missing, eyes gouged. He'd cradle them lovingly, then toss them like trash. The outrage? Immediate. Parents groups protested, venues threatened cancellation, but Alice claimed it was a statement on child neglect, not violence. What few knew was that one of the baby dolls had a hidden microphone. Alice used it to scream into the voice of the doll, creating disturbing echo effects that sent chills through the audience. It was eerie, raw, and 100% Alice. Number 8, The Hanging Gone Wrong, 1975. On the Welcome to My Nightmare tour, Alice staged his own hanging. He'd drop from a gallows, hang for a few seconds, then wriggle free. But one night in Vancouver, the safety harness slipped, and he almost didn't make it back up. He was choking for real. His face turned red. Crew members rushed out, and the curtain dropped early. Fans thought it was part of the show, but backstage, it was chaos. Alice recovered, but the incident haunted him. For the rest of the tour, they changed the harness and shortened the drop. It was a wake-up call. His horror act was getting too real. Number 9, The Electric Chair Shock, 1970 to 71. Before the guillotine ever gleamed, Cooper's first on-stage death was far more jarring. On the Love It to Death tour, the lights dropped during Black Juju. A nurse strapped Alice into a splintery home-built electric chair, and a pocket watch swung as he hypnotized the crowd. Then blam, white arcs, smoke bombs, and strobing blue light made it look as if 25,000 volts ripped through his body. He convulsed, went limp, and roadies wheeled the smoking chair off while the band crashed into the next riff. It was primitive, loud, and smelled of burnt wiring because the crew really did wire flash pots beneath the seat. Several promoters tried to cancel shows over safety fears. Parents called it a public execution, but kids called it the coolest thing they'd ever seen. And Alice had just invented the rock and roll death scene he'd keep refining for decades. Number 10, The Black Widow Spider Ambush, 1975. Welcome to My Nightmare turned horror into Broadway, and the creepiest set piece hit during The Black Widow. A 12 by 20 foot glowing web unfurled above the stage while two 6-foot spider dancers rappelled down and attacked Cooper. As Vincent Price's pre-recorded narration boomed, Alice thrashed in the web, the dancers wrapped him in silk, and a 10-foot cyclops lurked in the shadows. In some arenas, the crew shot sticky filament over the first rows, so fans literally got caught in the nightmare. Arachnophobes reportedly fainted on the spot. No blood here, just pure phobia fuel. The tour press kit bragged that it cost more than a Broadway musical to stage, and a few venues demanded proof the spiders were mechanical before green-lighting the show. Cooper naturally loved every squeal of terror. So which of these moments left you stunned? Did you ever see Alice live back in the day, or wish you had? Drop your wildest memories in the comments below. And if you want more mind-blowing stories from rock's most outrageous legends, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and check out the next video on 1973 rock songs we'll never forget. Until next time, keep it loud, weird, and unapologetically Alice.